Hi, blessed and highly favored Team Resolute Christians. How hope you all doing? Hope you are doing well. Well, today we're going to talk about a topic that the Holy Spirit just showed me when I was reading the Bible. You know, when you read the word and it just speaks to you on a different level, and you're just like, wow, this is deep. And I want to share this with you guys. As you would see from today's title, if we stand for the truth, they will try and get rid of you. I was studying the Bible the other day, and we looked at the book of John, and there was a really interesting story, and I never even realized that this happened in there, and I think we should have a definite look at that because it blew my mind. So I got it from John 5, and it's from 1 to 15, and 1 just gives us a bit of a backstory, so I'll just read it with you guys so we can get a bit of the backstory. Okay, and it says, after this there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is in Jerusalem by the sheep gate a pool, which was called in Hebrew Bethesda, having 5 porches. In these lay a great multitude of sick people, blind, lame, paralyzed, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain time into the pool and stirred up the water. Then whoever stepped in it first, after the stirring of the water, was made well of whatever disease he had. Now a certain man was there who had infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he already had been in that condition a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?" The sick man answered, "Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool when the waters is stirred up, but while I'm coming, another steps down before me." Then Jesus said to him, "Rise to take up your bed." Okay, so first of all here, let's just look at the scenarios. The people were, in the pool, waiting for the angel to stir. Whoever got there first got in. And one thing I want you to remember here before we keep reading is, he said that there was no man to take him there. Okay, other people who would take them there. So he had no person to take him there. And then also, he had this infirmity for 38 years. That is a long, long time, okay? For 38 years. Okay, let's go. Jesus said to him, verse 8, Jesus said to him, "Rise, take up your bed and walk." And immediately the man was made well, took up his bed and walked. And that day was the Sabbath. And the Jews therefore said to him who was cured, "It is the Sabbath. It is not lawful for you to carry your bed." And he answered them, "He who made me well said to me, 'Take up your bed and walk.'" Then they asked him, "Who is the man who said this to you, 'Take up your bed and walk'?" But the one who was healed did not know who it was, for Jesus had withdrawn, and multitudes being in that place. Okay, so he said to him, "I don't know who it is." Okay, he said to him, "I don't know who it is. Done deal. The case is closed," right? "I don't know who helped me. The case is closed." But then, watch what we see here. Afterwards, Jesus found him in a temple and said to him, "See, you have been made well. Sin no more, lest a worse thing come upon you." The man departed and told the Jews that it was Jesus who made him well. Oh, how interesting is that? The case was closed. He did not know who healed him. And then afterwards, Jesus located him. Jesus said to him, by word of knowledge, "Go and sin no more." That means the man was committing a sin that was causing this sickness, that was allowing this disease and sickness to come to him. We knew that sin is a gateway for the enemy to come into our lives. And Jesus saying to him, "Go and sin no more, or else worse will come to you." He just straight up went and reported Jesus. And why may that be? And obviously the Bible doesn't tell us more detail, but knowing human nature, sometimes when some of our secrets are revealed that we don't want anyone to know, we think the best way is to get rid of the person. That was so interesting to me. The person who just healed you from a disease you had for 38 years. And when I said in the beginning, remember that he had said he had no man to take him there. Normally when the person is sick, and if you're a good person, if you're a person who is good, you will perhaps have family members who will help you in a time of need, someone who will take you because you're a good person. I'm sure many of us, if something was to happen to you, at least you will have one person that you can call that will help you out. Being the fact that he had no one already speaks about his character. And then when he was made whole, and the Pharisees had asked him, who made you well? And he said, I don't know. Okay, he went about his way. And then Jesus saw him again, and Jesus said to him, you need to stop sinning, or else worse will come to you. I can just imagine him clutching his pearls like, how do you know about my sin? How do you know about my sin? What else does he know? What else is he going to expose? I need to get rid of him. And we don't know what sin he was committing. And then he purposely went back to the Jews, the Pharisees, to say it is Jesus who healed me, because they knew he was going to get punished, because they asked him, who healed you on the Sabbath? You're not meant to get healed on the Sabbath, which is ridiculous. But, that's what he did. And I found that so interesting. And we know the things that we learn in the Bible, they are for our learnings. And Solomon said nothing is new under the sun, because indeed there's nothing new under the sun. If you're a person who stands for the truth, or if you're a person of integrity, the enemy will find a way to get you out. It's like mankind strives of deception. Mankind loves being lied to. That's what we love. That's what mankind loves, is being lied to. Let me create a perception on social media. I want to have the lie of, I have a fabulous life, a life that I'm dreaming of right now. I want the lie of, I'm once saved, forever saved. I want the lie of I can do whatever I want to do and there'll be no consequences. And they'll tell you that ignorance is bliss. That's what they will tell you. They'll tell you it's fun, it's bliss, forget about it, forget about your worries. And if you are someone who stands for truth, integrity, they will try and take you out. People don't like truth tellers. And lo and behold, we need those people. Those are the people who were sent to us. And I believe those are such people that carry the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God is the Spirit of truth, and it's everywhere in our lives. People want to be lied to at the workplace. People want to be your friend so long as you don't tell them the truth. I'll be your friend, but don't tell me that me stealing or me sleeping with a married man is wrong. I'll be your friend if you don't tell me the truth. If you keep keeping me happy, keep me in that lie. The minute you are that friend that actually tells your friend that truth, you will find your friend circle very small, because human beings love being lied to. And it doesn't mean that we are the police, the police of righteousness. No, because the righteousness that we have is not even our own righteousness. We're righteous through Christ. And all of us, are the harvest. I don't call them sinners anymore. I don't use the word sinners. I use the harvest. We're all part of the harvest, and we are being saved. And we are still being saved. We're still, continuing in our walk. And I believe when you look throughout history, people who have stood for truth and stood for integrity are marked. They're literally the legends in our society. Martin Luther King. A lot of people didn't like what he was saying, but because he was a man of integrity, truth, and standing for what's right and not being afraid of it, he became a legend. People who stand for truth become legends. And so I ask you, is it worth living a false life and leaving the earth without a legacy, or leaving a legacy that impacted people's lives for the good?